If you just hit order on a brand new iPad Air or an insanely expensive M4 iPad Pro, you might want to cancel it immediately. Seriously, the latest iPad Mini 8 leaks that just dropped from the highest levels of the Asian supply chain are making every other tablet in the Apple ecosystem look like a complete waste of money. Everyone is typing the exact same questions into YouTube right now. Should I wait for the iPad Mini 8? Is the iPad Mini 8 actually getting an OLED screen? What is the official iPad Mini 2026 release date? I have been digging through the absolute craziest supply chain reports all week, and what Cupertino is hiding behind closed doors completely changes the game. This is not just a lazy spec bump. This is a total teardown of what we thought a compact tablet could be. Let us start with the biggest visual upgrade, because Ross Young and the supply chain insiders at the LEC just dropped a massive bombshell that addresses the most searched complaint about the previous generation. The cheap LCD panel we have been putting up with for years is officially dead. Apple is moving the iPad Mini 8 to a stunning 8.7-inch edge-to-edge OLED display. But here is the crazy part. They're doing this without making the actual footprint of the tablet any larger. By completely shaving down those massive bezels, you're getting way more screen real estate in the exact same one-handed form factor. And for everyone who hated that weird wavy text effect on the older models, yes, this OLED transition finally kills the infamous jelly scroll issue permanently. You are getting infinite inky blacks, perfect contrast, and aggressive color pops that make watching content or editing photos genuinely incredible. And for everyone constantly searching for iPad Mini 8 promotion rumors, DG Times recently hinted that Apple might finally unlock the 120Hz refresh rate for this specific panel. Honestly, knowing how much Tim Cook loves the Apple tax, I will believe an iPad Mini with promotion when I actually see it. They love gatekeeping that feature for the Pro lineup. But even if they lock it at 60 Hz, the jump to organic light emitting diode technology makes this the best small tablet on the market by a mile. Now, a beautiful screen is absolutely useless if the tablet chokes the second you open a heavy application. If you've been searching for iPad Mini gaming performance tests, you know the older models thermal throttle pretty badly when you push them. Well, Mark Gurman and Ming-Chi Kuo just shattered expectations by reporting that Apple is skipping the standard intermediate chips entirely and cramming a highly binned A19 Pro processor inside this tiny chassis. Yes, the exact same 3nm silicon destined for the highest-end flagship smartphones. Putting an A19 Pro chip inside a body this thin sounds like a thermal disaster waiting to happen. I am highly skeptical that they can keep this thing cool without some kind of massive internal heat sink or copper vapor chamber. But if the TSMC 3nm yields are as efficient as the leaks claim, you are looking at a portable gaming monster. We are talking about hardware-accelerated ray tracing in the palm of your hand, running AAA console ports like Resident Evil or Death Stranding at high frame rates without completely destroying your battery life. Let me ask you guys a quick question. Drop a comment down below right now. Would you rather have a super thin iPad Mini 8 that gets a little hot during intense gaming, or would you accept a slightly thicker, heavier design if it meant a much bigger battery? Let me know what you think, because the battery life physics on this thing are a huge mystery right now. The absolute biggest reason Cupertino is supercharging the performance comes down to one massive push: Apple Intelligence. You simply cannot run advanced local AI seamlessly with 4 GB of RAM. The upcoming iPad Mini 8 model is heavily rumored to feature 8 GB of unified memory as the absolute baseline. This means instant local voice transcription, smart photo editing, and the fully upgraded Siri will run natively right in your hands without constantly pinging a distant cloud server. This is exactly why the iPad Mini 8 versus iPad Air debate is going to be so brutal this year. Why would anyone buy a clunky, heavy Air when you can get the exact same raw power and artificial intelligence features in a device you can comfortably hold with e-hand while lying in bed? But wait, Shrimp Apple Pro just leaked something regarding the hardware design that makes this even wilder. We are hearing strong whispers about the integration of a specialized MagSafe charging system on the back panel. I know a MagSafe iPad sounds a bit strange at first, but imagine slapping a massive magnetic battery pack onto the back of your Mini during a 14-hour flight, or dropping it onto a floating magnetic charging stand on your desk to use as a permanent smart home hub. Add in the reports from Makotakara about Apple moving the front-facing camera to the horizontal landscape edge for proper FaceTime calls. And this device finally feels like it was designed for how human beings actually use technology. Combine all of that with full Apple Pencil Pro support, including the haptic feedback, barrel roll, and squeeze gestures, and this tiny device turns into an uncompromised powerhouse for digital artists, students, and professionals out in the field. Are you guys actually willing to pay a premium for MagSafe and Apple Pencil Pro support on an iPad? Or is a standard USB-C port and a basic stylus enough for your daily driver? Drop a comment, because I'm really curious how many of you actually want these ultra-premium features on a small screen. So what is the catch? It is the price tag. When people search Google for the iPad Mini 8 release date and price, they're usually hoping for a budget-friendly entry-level device. You need to wipe that expectation completely out of your mind right now. Upgrading to an 8.7-inch OLED screen, dropping in a flagship A19 Pro chip, and adding base-level 8GB RAM is incredibly expensive to manufacture. The current generation starts at $499, but you need to brace yourselves for a significant price hike. We are easily looking at a starting price of $599 or even $649 when this drops late this year or early next spring. It is definitely an expensive pill to swallow for a secondary device. But if you want a daily driver that completely blurs the line between a giant smartphone and a heavy laptop, offering totally seamless integration with the rest of your tech, you need to hold on to your cash. The era of the budget-friendly Mini is officially over. The ultra-premium compact monster is almost here. It is going to absolutely dominate the market.